I must admit that I am usually that girl that packs almost half of her wardrobe on every single holiday, but this time I'm determined to pack lightly. In this vlog, I'll be sharing with you all of my travel essentials, as well as all my tips and tricks and things that I'm doing a little bit differently to make sure that I am packing lightly. Let's see if I can actually not overpack this time. Welcome to the channel, and if you're new here, hello, my name is Ike and I love documenting my life here in Sydney and sharing my travel adventures, and I'm so excited because we are heading off to Bali, but we don't have much time to pack because this is the pile that is behind me. I've been staring at it for the last few minutes doing this intro. You guys can't see, but that is giving me so much anxiety, so let's get started. The first challenge is actually just deciding what I'm packing with. I find that if I do this up front, then it forces me to limit what I bring. Let me show you what I'm working with. I usually travel with 3 luggage pieces. This is my tried and true combination. I will usually just bring a check-in suitcase. This one is quite a medium-sized one. It's by a brand called Airtrip, which I found on Amazon last year. Actually, last time I was going to Bali. I've done a full video review on this. So if you want to find out a little bit more about this luggage, then check it out. I will also bring a carry-on as well as a backpack. This is just a simple everyday carry by Lululemon. I love that they finally brought this out in white. I've seen it in different colors, but I was holding out for this sort of ivory color. I have tried traveling with just a backpack before and I have regretted it every time because I love creating content while I'm on holidays and I have a lot of tech gear and it can get really heavy. That is my packing combination, and I find that by doing this up front, it just kind of limits what I can bring, which is a good thing. I just wanted to quickly show you my new carry-on luggage, just in case you may be looking for some new pieces to travel with. It's by a brand called BALI, and it is the expandable carry-on luggage, and I just think she is a perfect size for travel. It is so light. It's only about 2.2 kilos, and that was something I was really mindful of because carry-on luggage in Australia is usually about 7 kilos, even for international flights, and so some of my existing luggage is already about 3 to 4 kilos, and that takes up pretty much half the weight. So I wanted something ultra light. It is in this beautiful color called blush pink. It's like a cool toned marshmallow lilac-y color. I also love the hardware on this. I feel like there's just so much attention to detail. Like even the bars are this purpley lilac color, and it also comes with the lock, which I feel is pretty standard, but again, love the detailing, the little July emboss. Let me just quickly show you inside. This has a 35 litre capacity, but it can also expand to 40 litres once you open up the extra zipper and expand the suitcase. It's pretty simple. It doesn't really have any bells and whistles or any additional pockets. It's just 2 compartments and then just the mesh zipping on the inside. And I think because it is so simple, that's what keeps it lightweight. I promise this is not sponsored, although I wish it was. I just love July's sleek designs, and I love all the colors that they've come out with recently. There's been like pistachio green and these lemongrass yellows. I just really gravitate towards really colorful luggage. So it's a Melbourne based brand, so I love supporting Australian brands as well. Let's chat about summer outfits and what I'm actually bringing. I've laid out all of my clothes here in a pile just so I can eyeball exactly how much stuff I have before starting to fill my suitcase. It saves so much time because there's nothing worse than packing bit by bit only to find that nothing fits. Another tip and something that I always stick by is to pick a color palette and a theme. That way it's just so much easier to mix and and match pieces. I'm going for that coconut girl pastel vibes. Let me just share with you a couple of pieces that I'm bringing. I won't go through everything just because it will take up the whole vlog. I have been shopping non-stop at Seed Heritage. They just recently released a new summer collection. I have fallen in love with sort of baby blue, and this is just a striped knit top. It's very lightweight and I just love the nautical stripes. It's very subtle, but it's very holiday and beachy, which I just think is so cute. I also make sure to bring a couple of casual shorts. Lululemon have come out with some really cute ones this season. This is just a pink one. They came out with so many things in this color. I pretty much brought the bag, the crop top, all the accessories. I also make sure to bring a very casual white short as well. This one again is from Lululemon, and I think this is just very flattering. I am feeling a little bit self-conscious this season, so I don't want anything too tight. I just like how flowy it is and the texture is very forgiving. Let's chat about accessories. And for me, this is the most fun part about summer outfits. I am a bag girl through and through, and while I may try and downsize the clothes that I'm bringing, I rarely sacrifice accessories. So I've just learned to accept that. I picked up this cute little raffia tote from Seed Heritage. They pretty much come out with this every year, but just in different colorways. And I've also seen it in the baby blue, which is similar to the top color that I showed. And it's just a really big, simple tote. I just think this would be so perfect for bringing all the things I need by the pool, my Kindle, my laptop, my tripod. It is quite big. And I also picked up the matching sort of clutch pouch, which is just a simple little bag, and I think it would be great to include in the tote bag as well, just to organize everything. It also has that matching strap to it as well. Inside is just a big pouch, but there's also a little zip pocket, and that's so useful for things like keeping hotel key cards and stuff. And I thought this would be great to sort of bring out to dinner as like a little clutch. Both of these pieces are currently in the stores now. I am contemplating getting it in the blue color, but I do not need it. I do not need it. I do not need it. Also on the trip, I'll be bringing my hat. This is one that I picked up last year, but they release these pretty much every year. And this is just by Country Road. It's a little structured, so it's a bit hard to sort of pack away, but I make sure to put other things inside the hat just so I don't squish it. Just love this sort of raffia texture. Is there such a thing as too much raffia? I will definitely be bringing a couple of sunglasses. I usually bring two options, a really big frame and then a thinner one. For the big one, I still am loving this one. It's by a brand called One Day. I think I showed them in a vlog last year, and I am honestly so surprised that I've not lost them yet. And I also like to bring a black pair. These ones are from Dior. I picked them up at the duty free last time. I think I was going to Singapore. I was meant to do an unboxing, but I never got around to editing that vlog. I love the little star detailing and just monochromatic black and white. Always make sure to bring both a black and white pair of sunglasses. I only wear white shoes, so it makes it really easy for me to decide what to bring. But in terms of the type of shoe that I'm bringing, I always make sure to bring a nice sandal. I generally don't like to bring flip-flops because I feel like you can only wear them in one place, but a dressier sandal, I feel like I can wear this around the pool as well as out and about. These are ones that I got from Pazion, and I just think they're the cutest little dupe for the Dior sandals, because there is no way I'm buying designer shoes. So this is a nice way to kind of get the look and feel without sort of breaking the bank. I will also be bringing a little wedge heel. This also has that sort of rope texture, which I find is so summery. Also, wedges are just so much more comfortable than heels and so much more easier to walk in. I am a flats girly, but at a pinch, I will definitely try and make the effort to wear a little wedge heel. Yeah, I just love these. And again, white goes with pretty much everything. And then the last shoe I'll be bringing are my sneakers. These are the Adidas Sambas. I have been living in them ever since I have purchased them. While they're not white, they're kind of in that white family. I absolutely love these. I had to order them from the US because they were sold out everywhere here in Australia. If I ever lost them, I think I'd have to buy another pair. I just love the Sambas. I think I prefer the Sambas over the Gazelles. Controversial, I know, but I find that Sambas just fit smaller feet a little bit better. The Gazelles just feel too narrow. My other packing tip is to always wear the biggest shoe, which is usually my sneakers, on the plane. That way I don't have to pack it. So yeah, this this will definitely go with my airport outfit, which is Let's move on to all things beauty, hair care and makeup. And this is the area where I tend to overpack just because I really like to have my creature comforts. But after a while, I have realized, am I really gonna do that 45-minute hair mask? No. So let's just try and pack as little as possible. I also like to have clear pouches. I just find that it is just so much easier when I can see everything. Just quickly, starting off, I will usually bring a face mist. This is the one by Glow Recipe. And it does smell like watermelon. It feels like spritzing on fruit juice on my face. I'll also bring a base. I don't usually wear a lot of makeup, but I really do like the Kylie Cosmetic one. I find that it's a good medium coverage. Also, I have 2 concealers, again by Kylie Cosmetic. I really do like a lot of the products. I just think they're so affordable and really good quality. I have 3N for under my eyes. This is slightly a bit lighter. And then I have 4.5C for all my blemishes and acne scars. Really love these products. Moving on to base, I just realized this is also by Kylie Cosmetic, and it is just the, what is it? It's the Natural Blur Powder Foundation. For bronzers, I have 2. I have this one by Too Faced. It's called the Melting Bronzing and Sculpting Stick, and it's in the color Milk Chocolate. When I tell you, this smells exactly like chocolate. Oh my goodness, it kind of smells like Jaffas, which I'm not a huge fan of orange and chocolate, but this smells exactly like that. This is so light, it hardly even shows up on my skin, but I love how creamy it is. It almost feels like whipped cream. It's just so easy to blend. Because of that, it's very forgiving as well. But then when I do want to add a little bit more definition, I'll go in with this little Milk Sculpt Stick in the color Toasted. This little nub is just so adorable. It's just this tiniest little thing, but it packs a punch in terms of bronzers. It's probably slightly a bit darker. I like to use this around my nose area, just when I like that little bit more definition. I always travel with like multiple blushes. This is one area that I'm trying to cut down on, because how many pink blushes do you need? Apparently 3. So I'm still loving this Say blush. It's just this beautiful bright pink Barbie blush. Feels like a lip gloss on my cheeks. I also have this blush filter by Huda Beauty. It's in Ube Cream. I've spoken about this blush so many times, but it's this Moavii Lilac blush, and I love this one by Kylie Cosmetics again. It's in the color Winter Kiss. How pretty is that? It looks a bit crazy in the pan, but I promise you on the cheeks, it's just a beautiful natural pink flush. Eye and brow product, pencil, a brow pomade, and just some brow gel because my brows have been crazy at the moment. Brown liquid liner. I find brown is much more forgiving, especially on hot weather. And then last but not least, my mascara. I have not talked about this mascara on the channel, but honestly, I used to think that all mascara was the same until I tried this one. This is by Tarte and it's their tubing mascara. And guys, when I tell you this thing is so incredible for my lashes, I don't think I could go back to normal mascara anymore. This just coats every single lash so well. I need to get my lashes permed before I go. When my lashes are curled and with this mascara, oh my gosh, they are so on point. So that is all that's in my little makeup bag. I think that is pretty good for trying to downsize. And I still have some room to fit a little bit more, but I'm not going to. Okay, quickly moving on to all my skincare and body products as well as my hair care stuff. My number one tip, again, to use these clear pouches just to see everything, but most of all is to invest in mini sizes of things. I have tried putting my favorite products into the little sort of containers, but I find that after the trip, I always forget to use it and I feel like it just goes to waste. I'm just one of those people that if I don't see it, then I just forget about it. So I have to be able to see everything. But of course, for products where I can't get the small sizes, then I'll just opt to like put it in little clear pots. I'm gonna move so fast on this, just bringing my cleanser. This is a little small travel size of the Glow Recipe one. It's just a nice all-round gentle cleanser. I also have my makeup remover. This is the little jar by Glossier. I also have my toner. This is by The Ordinary. This is probably my second bottle of this. I absolutely love this product. I feel like it wipes away all the residue after I've cleansed, but it doesn't strip my skin, so really love that. For daytime skin, I like to use this Centella brand. I have this moisturizer here. It's just the perfect all-round jelly-like moisturizer, and I also love the sunscreen. This does not feel or smell like sunscreen. I don't know why all sunscreens can't look and feel like this. So that goes in there. For more dedicated sunscreen, I'm just bringing these two little face sunscreens so I can just keep it in my handbag. For nighttime products, I'm still using my quarterly Vino Perfect serum. This is just to help with sort of dark spots and fading any pigmentation. And then I'll just top up with the Vino Perfect cream. And then for my eye cream, I've been really enjoying this Endota Spa eye oil. And if you're finding that your eye cream is not working well, definitely try an eye oil. I find this is so nice, so hydrating. This little roller ball just feels so good. And again, I'm trying to keep those fine lines around my eyes at bay. So that is all for my skincare stuff. Oh, before I forget, I also have a couple more body products. I'm also bringing my deodorant, of course, because it's just not cute when you don't smell fresh. Here I have some sunscreen body spray. I like to bring this one for when I'm at the beach or the pool. I also like to keep a small mini one in my handbag. Also in here, body oil and body moisturizer. You guys know how much I love Sol de Janeiro. This is the Bella Flor range. It just smells like summer fruits and vanilla and florally, but not too florally. I just love these two products. What I'll do is I'll just put a little bit of the oil and the moisturizer into this small little jar and then mix it together and then just travel with this. And usually this will last me like a week or two. This is probably one of the newer products I've discovered. It's the Sol de Janeiro Glow Oil in Rio Sunset. Oh my goodness, this product honestly makes me feel like I could be in some sort of beachside music video. Let me see if I can show you. It is just this gorgeous golden glow, and it feels just like a moisturizer. It's a lightweight oil texture, but it doesn't feel heavy or weighty. If you love the Sol de Janeiro body oil, then you will also love this. It just smells like coconuts and like I'm not sure if you guys can tell the difference there, but there's definitely more of a sheen on this one. And that was all for my skincare, body, hair care, makeup stuff. All right, let's pack all of this away as well. Let's talk about some of the tech things that I'll be bringing. I love creating travel vlogs, but because of that, I tend to want to bring all of my cameras, but only end up using two. So this time I am going to be so disciplined and only bring my current favorite cameras. For my main camera, I'll be bringing my Sony ZV-E1. I picked this up a couple of months ago and I'm still getting used to all the bells and whistles in it. I've done a whole video reviewing my initial thoughts on this camera, and I'll definitely make sure to update you as well once I've used it for just a little bit longer. And because of course I can't just bring one camera, I'm also bringing my Canon PowerShot V1. It is so compact, easy to use, but best of all, the wide angle on this is like chef's kiss. It gets so much of the background and so much of the environment, and I don't have to fuss with like big bulky lenses, so I can easily just pop this in my handbag. And I know I've spoken about this, but I just love the feeling and weightiness of this camera. It just feels like a vlogging camera. I don't know if that makes sense, but it just feels substantial. If I had to recommend a compact camera, it would definitely be the Canon PowerShot V1. I'm also pairing it with the DJI Mic Mini. I haven't picked this up in quite some time, but I've been using it recently and I just love the quality on this. I feel like this kind of sounds like my natural voice, if that makes sense. And then the other camera I'll be bringing is my DJI Osmo Pocket 3. While this is not necessarily my favorite camera to use, the image stabilization and the video quality on this in terms of the color profile and just the clarity is so good. I never have to worry about the settings. It just works. And there's nothing I love more than tech that I can just pick up and just vlog. Another thing I vlog with is my phone. I pretty much would say about 50% of all the B-roll you see in my vlogs is pretty much from my phone. The quality of iPhones is just really hard to beat. I just keep it on this little tripod. It's by Moavii and it's just a really great little mini phone tripod. I just love it. Also for having on the plane, I can just watch all my videos and listen to music and just have this propped up. Also in here, I have some headphones that I'll be bringing, my Apple AirPods as well as my AirPod Max. Let's see what else I have in my tech pouch. Also in here, I have a mouse that I will use to edit on my MacBook Air. I don't know how kids use trackpads these days. I can't do anything on a laptop without a mouse. And last but not least, I have my Kindle. This has been a game changer for my reading this year. I think I've smashed through about 30 different books. I've recently entered into a new genre of reading. I guess you could say it's spicy adult fiction. My partner calls it smut. I will leave some of the titles here on the screen just in case you want to check them out as well. But let me tell you, if you want to get a little bit saucy and spicy, definitely try reading some of these books. It gets your imagination going. There's just something about being inside someone's mind during like love scenes and stuff. It's just, yeah, it's an adventure. Take the storylines with a grain of salt because most of them are pretty outrageous. There is usually a moody billionaire who meets his match in like a feisty woman. They end up somehow getting entangled together. Happy Friday, guys. It is officially a travel day. We are so excited to be heading off to Bali, but oh my goodness, it was a little hit and miss last night because they announced that there was a freaking volcano erupting and it could disrupt or cancel flights to Bali. We were literally checking updates all night. I would have been so devastated if our flight was cancelled, but thankfully we are here. We are at the gate waiting to board our plane. We don't mind so much if the volcano ash starts to go crazy once we're there, and hey, if we have to stay there a few more days because we can't get back home, it is what it is, but we just need to get there right now. So it's about a 6-hour flight to Bali, so not too bad. A couple of drinks. So excited. You don't mind a little volcano ash?
Not right now.
Not right now.
Yeah, I want it to rain. Just give me 24 hours.
Volcano, floods, earthquake. Actually, last time we were there, we did experience an earthquake, so this is nothing. I feel like coming to Sydney Airport and shopping at the duty free is now kind of a tradition for the vlogs. I definitely want to check out some sunglasses. There were a pair of sunglasses that I was eyeing last time I was here and I resisted and didn't pick them up, but let's go see if they're still here. Ooh, I kind of love these. I wish I actually needed to wear glasses. Okay, I found the ones that I tried on last time. What do you guys think? I kind of like the black ones. I kind of like the grey ones. Okay, I kind of like these ones because they're grey and not black, but I think the black ones look so good as well. I lost my pair of Gentle Monster glasses like a year ago and I've not been able to find them. So sad. We are officially here in Bali and we spent the last day or so just checking out the resort and the neighborhood nearby. We're staying at the Sakana Beach Town Resort and Residence, which is in Canggu. It's about 2 or 3 minute walk from the beach. So excited to be here because we haven't really stayed in this area of Bali before. Stay tuned for the vlogs. I think I'm gonna break it up into 2 vlogs where we cover Canggu and then head to Seminyak. So do consider following along for those travel vlogs. I hope you have enjoyed coming along for this little pack and prep and travel with me. I love filming these videos and I just wanted to take a moment to also say thank you so much for the love recently on the channel. We just hit 3,500 subscribers when I landed in Bali, and also one of my recent Sydney vlogs got a lot of love. You guys definitely had a lot of comments about that, which, you know, I think is so cool. If you've watched this far, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. I am going to love you and leave you here and show you a sneak peek of the resort as well as the upcoming vlogs, but I will catch you in the next one. Bye.